Hi, welcome back for another guitar lesson. Today's guitar lesson is going to be soloing in the relative keys. So what I mean by that is we're going to start in A, and this will work for any key, and I'll show you how that works. So if you got a progression in A, just a 1-4-5 we'll take. We can solo in the minor pentatonic. For those of you who don't know the minor pentatonic scale, I will go over it briefly, but you should really know that scale shape before watching this video. So I will start on the low E, and we will take an A minor pentatonic, so that means your root note is A, right? You can count up on your low E string to figure that out if you want to, or you can have that memorized. And then you go from 5 to 8 on the low E, and then 5 to 7 on A, 5 to 7 on D, 5 to 7 on G, and then 5 to 8 on the B, and then 5 to 8 on high E. You can make up licks using that. So that would be a minor pentatonic, and that's going to give you a minor tonality, or kind of like a blues sound, right? Because you're mixing a major or power chord, with minor, and it's going to give you a blues sound. Now if you want to keep that major tonality, you can solo in A major. And if you don't know the A major pentatonic shape yet, which I teach in my previous lesson, Hendrix Rhythm Ideas, you can solo in a minor pentatonic shape, but using a major scale, so using major notes. What you have to do is find the relative key. And what I mean by that is you find a minor scale that has the same sharps and flats as the major scale that you're playing in. So we're in A, and we need to find a key that has, A has 3 sharps and flats, or 3 sharps, excuse me. And then you need to find a minor that has 3 sharps, and that'll be F sharp minor. Now you don't have to have that memorized or have a theory background. All you have to do is count down 4 half steps starting on the note you're on. And this works for all the notes on the low E string. So if you're on A, count down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means F sharp minor has the same notes as A major. So that really should open up your playing a lot. And how I like to use this is weaving in between. So if I have a progression in A, you can start off by soloing an F sharp minor, which is A major. Right, that's going to work perfectly. And then what you can do is use your minor pentatonic box extensions. And then just work your way up the neck. And if you don't know those box extensions, I'll go over that really quickly. We'll take it with A minor. So like I said, for A minor, we're going to focus on the high strings, so the high E and then the B. For the regular pentatonic shape, we go from 5 to 7, or 5 to 8, excuse me, and then 5 to 8. Now if you slide from 8 to 10, and then just go 8 to 10 on B also, that's your first little box extension. if you slide up 2 more frets, so from 10 to 12, and then play 10 to 12 on high E, 10 to 12 on B, and then 11 on G, you have what we call the BB box, which mixes a little bit of major and minor. This is a major note, this is a minor note, minor note, minor note, major note. That's why we bend up to that minor. It sounds really nice. Right, that should have a BB King flavor to it. And then to get back to this original box, in the BB box, so we'll talk about this one specifically so you get the idea. On the 10th fret of the B string, that's an A note. So you can jump from this A note to this A note. And that's a really, really easy way to get back into that original shape. Right, so that's a lot of soloing possibilities. But then add that to the major pentatonic. You start off by doing the same thing. So I was in the F sharp minor. Use my box extension. Go up one more to the BB box. Just going from that 1 to the 1 right there. That means root note to root note. And if you notice, that first box extension for F sharp minor brings you to the A. And then right here you could jump into the A minor pentatonic. You just introduce that minor, and then you're off. If you work your way up to the BB box, and you're introducing those major notes again, it sounds really, really seamless. And then you can work your way back down. And then you're soloing from here to all the way up here with really minimal knowledge. Not minimal knowledge, but using some just connecting the dots between the scales, right? This isn't I don't like when people say, oh, secret tips. These are not secret tips. These are just using scales, right? Using well-known scales. And then another thing you can do is just go up an octave. So that's F sharp minor down here. If you go up an octave, so an easy way to do that is this 12th fret is E, E, F, F sharp. So that means right here, so 12, 13, 14. At the 14th fret, your F sharp minor repeats, and it's going to be the same exact shape. And you know what you can do? Solo in it, slide up, and use those box extensions. Now you're pretty high. And then you can just do octave jumps if you want to. Right, that has a really cool sound to it. Or you can work your way up the neck. Now how I got from here again, if you remember this A note right here in the BB box, for the A minor pentatonic, so that is 10th fret of the high B, or B, just one B string, and if you jump up, So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17th fret on the high E is an A note. So you can jump from here and again, you're not really missing a beat and you're just seamlessly transitioning. Or you're just grabbing from over here. And I know that's an A note, excuse me, because it's an octave up from your A minor pentatonic. Right, and you can use that counting from E again. So I really use this a ton, and when I put this all together, this was huge for me soloing wise. I mean, it blew my mind, and it's just something I use over and over, and guitar players, use it over and over and over, and it's just a great way to get around the neck, and it's a great way to know where you're at and make interesting solos, just mixing in between major and minor pentatonics. I mean, this was really, really big for me. It took a year or two to figure out, and hopefully I, taught it to you within this lesson. If you have any questions, definitely leave some comments, please. I ask questions if you're not understanding or if I just poorly explained it. But I hope I didn't, and I hope it really helps. And again, you can use this for any key. So let's take G, for example. One down, a whole step down from A. So we're in G, got a progression in G. You can solo in that G minor. Count down 4 from G. So that leaves us our open E. That means the relative minor of G major is E minor. I'm just using that open E scale. And if you notice, the first box extension of that open E gets you into G. And solo in G. Use those box extensions. It's the same thing. Now you're up to E, just up an octave. Slide in. Now you're at G up an octave. That wasn't a great ending, phrasing part, but that's okay. Just mix in between, and then you can go up and down the neck with a little bit of practice fairly easily. I hope this really helped. Again, if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I hope it works for you, and I will see you next time. All right, bye.